If we go back to the basics, when someone commits a crime, regardless if they have a mental illness or not, there's 3 verdicts available to them. They can either be acquitted, they can be found guilty, and probably if they commit a serious crime, then they would go to jail, or they can be found not really responsible. When someone is not really responsible, it means that they have a mental illness that prevented them to know what they were doing was wrong. So classically, we see someone with schizophrenia. 75% of our patients under the review board have schizophrenia. They either stop to take their medication or they use drugs or sometimes both. And in an acute psychotic episode, then they commit a crime and then they be found not really responsible. When someone is not really responsible, then it's not a punitive approach. So it's not going to jail and trying to deter them to have similar behaviors. It's more a question of mental illness. So it's a question of health when you need to get treatment and you need to be, when it's safe to do so, to be reintegrated in the community. So when we provide treatment for patients under the review board, we need to go back to the framework by the law. So from the Criminal Code of Canada, from some Supreme Court decision that says that we can only restrict patients' rights when there's some risk of violence. So in other words, we have some conditions that would be the least onerous and the least restrictive, meaning that if it's safe to do so, then we can allow patients to go back in the community. We can allow them to live in the community if it's safe to do so, obviously with some conditions that would allow to do it safely.